What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Smithy, and what we do is truck videos, travel videos, and any other thing. So if you stick around, if you subscribe, you'll definitely learn a thing or two. This video I wanted to explain a few things because I got a bunch of questions from my last 4Runner build. A couple emails like, how did you do it? How did you do it? So behind me, I actually have another 4Runner that I'm building. It has different features. There's no slide out tray. There's no third row seating. So I wanted to show you exactly how I built this one out. It's actually a lot easier than the other one. Yeah, let's get to it. All right, before I begin, I want to tell you that I'm in no way, shape, or form a carpenter. I do things to get the job done. So it's not pretty, it's not fancy, but it's cost effective and it works. All right, so as you can see, I got the back piece in. There is nothing under this. It's literally sitting on the floor, and I drilled 2 holes and then one up here at the top to hold this back piece in. And the measurements of this is 31 1/4 by 41 even. And what process I took to get the front aligned with the back is I grabbed a board, I slid it in there just like that, and I grabbed my tape measure. I came up here and then I measured to the bottom of the wood. So it's right about 4 inches. It's a little bit higher now because this piece of wood's in, but once this is out and put this on the carpet, it'll be aligned with that wood right there. And the next question you're probably asking is what I used to get the 4-inch height right here. So what I did, I went to Lowe's and I got one 2x5 by 8 foot. So when you hear the term 2x5, it's not actually 2 by 5 inches. It's actually 1.5 by 3.5, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And then I ripped out the carpet to see exactly what was under this carpet because I didn't want to drill into anything important like wiring. Over here is a bunch of wiring that goes through the cab body down into the transmission. So your transmission control module is over here. I don't know if you can see the lump in the carpet right here. That's why my board stops right here. There was nothing all the way to this end. Then I cut the 2x5 to this length, and that length is, if you're curious, 28 inches. And then I took another 2x5, I overlapped the transmission control box right here, so it'll extend the whole length of the platform. I took one, so that makes me 1.5. I stacked another one on it to give me 3 inches. So 1.5 and 1.5 give 3. And then I took a 1/2 inch board, and what also holds it is these brackets right here that hold in pieces from the original build. So I didn't take those out. There's one here and there's one over here. I don't know if you can see this one. And then what I did, I measured to the door, so exactly about where I wanted it. So it's right around 50-ish inches. And then I wanted my back seat to be able to slide all the way back. So I slid the seat all the way back as possible, as far as it can go, and then I left a little gap here. And then I measured to the other piece of wood that's back there, so that's 42 inches. And then I trimmed out along the crazy angles over here of the actual car. That actually takes a lot of patience because I got irritated like 50 times. But it's doable. I finally got it to where I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim out the last little piece. I'll set it in here so you can see it. All right, so I wanted to show you goes around all this paneling in your vehicle. So I made a template, and then I flipped the template and I made another template for that side because these are identical, and it literally just drops right in. And if you can also see the holes right here, that's for the feet, the original, trim piece was, I don't even know what to call that. And it sits right down. I left a little overhang, so this piece can actually sit on the carpet too. And there you go. You can still close the doors. So this is what it looks like when you put it down. It kind of mirrors the trim right here, like I just said. I didn't go inside anything. I just went around it, and then I followed it pretty close, or pretty darn close. Excuse my language. And this is what it looks like with the door closed. Another thing I wanted to mention, after you take out this trim piece and you take out the seats, if you don't have the third row or the sliding deck, it comes with styrofoam. I find just leave the styrofoam in there because it gives you a little installation and it gives you the height you need, so you ain't got to worry about building an entire platform. And then here is the two brackets I was talking about, 1 and 2. There was a black piece right here, a D-ring attached to this. If you have a 4Runner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna run to Lowe's real quick. And if people are curious, this is where I get the stick-on laminate flooring. They got a bunch of different sizes and colors. It's in the flooring section of Lowe's. All right, so what I picked up at Lowe's, I got me some reflectics because there's a bunch of exposed metal that I'm trying to cover up just a little bit. I'm not extremely worried about it because it's so minimum, but I'm gonna tuck the reflectics down the carpet some so it's double layered. We'll go ahead and knock this out. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna sand down these edges so they're not so sharp. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm just trying to make it smooth around the edges. And what I got to sand it with is this 3M dust channel from Lowe's. It was like $4. Most people won't have to do this, but I grabbed a 120. That's an 80 grit, so it's more coarse. This is a little bit more fine with the 120, but I'm gonna make it a little bit softer. Now after you're done with your sanding and everything, let's go ahead and put her back together. I got pre-sunk holes already. Only bad thing is I broke the bit for the drill, so I gotta do this by hand. I'm just gonna screw it all down and then sand the back and I'll be done. An important thing to do, as you seen me do a few minutes ago, was vacuum as you go, clean as you go. This makes your projects 10 times easier and less of a cleanup at the end. Just screw her back down. All right, so what's next is these flooring. Good God, that light is bright. That'll help. These are literally just stick-on laminate. It's got a design on the front and sticky on the back, double-sided tape. You just put them where you want. They're designed for houses, not cars, but I like this design the last time I had it in my 4Runner. All you gotta do is just line them out and take off the tape and stick it down and you're done. This crap sucks to cut. I haven't found a good way to cut it yet because when I cut it, it's all serrated and jacked up and it looks like crap, but I'm gonna give it a go.